the name is J Murry. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. And what I do is I'm the owner of H.A.P.I.Hood. H.A.P.I.Hood is a lifestyle brand committed to the betterment of humanity. Relationships is one of those words that are very powerful, but at times it may be underutilized. If we think about as far as relationship, as of now, a lot of people are, as we kind of sit in this quarantine, a lot of people are finding new things about relationship, either with their spouse, their partner, or new relationship with their kids. So relationship is definitely the fabric that hold us together. And as it relates to what I do, as it relates to relationship, H.A.P.I.Hood is that one of those, you can say, threads or areas where relationship is the cornerstone of what we do. H.A.P.I.Hood stands for Health, H.A.P.I.Power Institute. Our mission is simple. We want to be a purpose-driven lifestyle brand. And we want to do that by three things: connecting. So we want people to connect. We want people to connect either through our podcast or through initiatives that we have throughout the community, whether it's Scripture and Squats, whether it's one of our live podcast events, or just one of our meetups that we have. We want people to connect to each other. And then from that connection, cultivate the ideas from the connection, cultivate the relationship that you're building from the connection, and then from that cultivation, build. So connect, cultivate, and build is the vision of H.A.P.I.Hood. And as I said before, it's really the cornerstone when I think about the underlying theme of that is relationship, because it's the driving force that continues to connect people together. From that connection, cultivate, and then from that cultivation, you build. And that's all done through a relationship. So, when you think about relationship and the concept of that, H.A.P.I.Hood definitely tries to be a beacon of that thought. So H.A.P.I.Hood, it was created just pretty much by going through different trials and tribulations in my life that really were, spiritual maturity as I think about it now. And I wanted to really create a idea or a lifestyle that's represented by this new mindset or this new way of thinking that I had about just the values, right? About values that I have as a person. So H.A.P.I was created from the pillars of health, agape, power, and institute. And, things that we do to really, again, to form relationships is definitely based off the vision that we have to connect, cultivate, and build. And some of the things that we do that is through our scriptures and squats. It is pretty much a combination of faith and fitness, where we come together, read a scripture, and then do a workout together. And that right there allowed us to really connect with each other, allow us to cultivate that connection, and from there really just continue to edify each other, or edify what we call the temple as relates to our mind, our body, and our spirit. And that really allows to draw strong relationships. We had husband and wives to join us. Me and my wife was out there. My daughter was out there with us. Again, having this time to fellowship together, because again, that's another underlying thing when you think about relationship, is forming fellowships. And that really allows us to connect, and like I said before, cultivate and build. Again, the vision for H.A.P.I.Hood. And to take that a little bit further is, we do that just by the way that we curate content around H.A.P.I.Hood. Currently right now we have the H.A.P.I.Hood, the podcast out, and it's our first season. The season is called Finish What You Start, where we're talking with unique individuals about their experiences. And through these experiences, how it has shaped and molded them to really be who they are today, and allow them to pursue their passion, with a very unstoppable manner. And that again, just, when I have those, when the podcasts are released and hearing the comments, you hear that underlying theme of connecting people to someone's story. And when you connect people to someone's story, you are building a aspect around relationship, or a thread that will allow those two individuals to really bond together and really have something in common, or have the ability to say, you know what, that individual is doing that, I can do that too. Or that individual is struggling with that, I struggle with that too. That's a relationship, and because people are relating to each other as I break down relationships, it's a form of relating. So, through that, we're able to connect, we're able to really, again, cultivate, those connections through our podcast. And we have some other things that's out, clothing line that's on H.A.P.I.Hood.com. www.H.A.P.I.Hood.com is spelled H.A.P.I.Hood.com. Clothing line. So again, a way for us to not only practice this lifestyle, but really show the brand of it, and really allow it to be everything that we are. So that's, again, just another way that when you think about relationship, how H.A.P.I.Hood really foster relationship in what we do. So you can listen to the podcast. We are on all the major podcast platforms: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, as well as some of the maybe some more smaller podcast platforms such as Reach, Republic Radio. But again, you can reach us on those podcasts. Subscribe. You can also listen to the podcast through our website, www.H.A.P.I.Hood.com. It's spelled H.A.P.I.Hood, H.O.O.D.com. You can listen to the latest podcast there. We're actually on episode 7 right now. The title is Enter the Woo. Faith over fitness. We're talking with Dr. Darrell Williams. He has his own mobile chiropractor service, and you can definitely learn more about his story, how he got into the business, how he really had to go through faith over fear, and really stretch himself to really go after his dreams and do an awesome thing for his family. I am J Murry from H.A.P.I.Hood, and I'm building positive relationships.